I was just thinking throughout this entire process as well, what would have been really helpful is having multiple jugs, but I didn't think that far ahead. And at this moment, I'm wishing I had done. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. A few months ago I made a gel candle in one of the episodes of the Blind Pinterest challenge. I can't remember which one it was. And I really enjoyed the process. I thought it was great. Unfortunately I was limited to making a beachy kind of gel candle, which I've still actually got here. Weirdly enough, some of the yellow's kind of coming through. I don't know why. Looks like it's off one of the rocks. Anyway, so today I thought I'd create 5 different DIY gel candle designs, which are my own. I'm not going to be copying anyone else's. I want to make it my own thing. So for my first candle, I thought I would make a rainbow candle. And I've just added some little markers on the glass so I know where to go for each colour. So it's roughly the same. It's probably not going to be even on me, but I'm going to try my best. Right, I just want to add my wick first. I'm just going to tape this off as well so it doesn't move around. Right, perfect. The thing is, this is the first stage of just making this candle and it's going to take me forever because I'm going to have to do it in 7 different layers. So what I'll do throughout the video is I'll add extra layers to this candle and then at the end I'll show you what it looks like. Add a bit of my wax. I don't want too much. I think that'll do, you know. I love this stuff as well, by the way. It's just so fun to play with. What I'll do is I'll probably heat it up first, then add my colour and add my scent because, I don't know, it just makes more sense. Also, this video is just going to be a lot of me sitting around listening to a microwave. Oh, we're done. I think I'm going to have to get a different jug because this one isn't microwavable. Like, the handle's gone all floppy on it. And it is piping hot. Mistake number 1. Right, so my wax has melted, finally. It took forever. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of pink wax colouring, which is just these little flakes here. Ah, there, that's a nice colour. And just add some ylang ylang. I was trying to find strawberry for it, but I don't have any strawberry scent. So ylang ylang is gonna have to do. I just need to pour it in here. My first layer. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll let that one set to one side and we'll move on to the other ones. And I'm just gonna have to do it all in like different orders. It's gonna be very unorganized, but if you wait till the end, you'll see all of them finished. Okay, so this is another one that I'm gonna have to do in stages because I'm just gonna have to do it in stages. So I've already got my glass with a wick in and it's all secured. I've just melted down some wax and I'm gonna add some bergamot to it. Bergamot even. It smells quite nice. Give it a mix. And then for this one I'm going to add some gold glitter. And the idea for this one is an Art Deco style candle. So you'll have to wait till the end and tell me if it actually looks like an Art Deco candle. Now for this I want to tilt it on the side and pour it in. And I'm quite worried. Hopefully it'll work out. Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside exactly how it is right now. I'm having to really concentrate because I want the wax to set in that shape. So I'll just put it to one side and then we'll move on to the next one. I'm not sure that one's going to turn out that well. Fingers crossed. Right, it's time for the next layer for the rainbow candle and it's going to be purple. So it's basically just the same thing we did before. And I'm going to scent this layer with lavender. This candle, by the way, it doesn't have a scent theme. It's more aesthetics. It'll probably smell awful. Add it on top of here. I already think this is definitely going to be my favourite one. I think it's going to look super cool. So for this next one, I thought I'd do quite a traditional, like, floral gel candle. And I've just got some pressed flowers. Like, how cute are they? And I'm just gonna place them in here. And I hope that when I pour the wax in, they don't just, like, go everywhere. But I've got, like, a little poker tool here. So if I need to, I'll just jab them back into place. If this one goes the way it should do, then I think this one will look really nice. Actually, if I just pack it full of these, then there's less chance of them moving. If once I put the wax in here, it stays like that, I'll be very pleased with myself. And because this is a floral one, I'm gonna scent it with lavender. Right, cross your fingers for us please, because I really want this one to work. I'll just go slow and steady, even when it's burning my hand. It's so hot. They're moving a little bit. No, you're floating all the way to the top. No! That's okay, that's fine. I think it's still gonna look really nice. As long as they all don't float to the top. If they all float to the top, then it's just gonna look a mess. I'm just gonna gently put this one aside and just say a little prayer. Right, time for another layer for the rainbow candle. And again, just add in colour and scent. And I'll scent this layer with peppermint, because why not? In you go. Yeah, even when I measured these layers, I definitely don't think it's going to be even. And put that to one side. Right, so it's time for another layer for my Art Deco candle, which I'm not sure whether it's going to look Art Deco anymore. And as you can see, all the glitter's kind of lumped to one bottom corner, which is a shame, but it's okay, it's fine. So I think did I use bergamot for this? I think I did. I can't remember anymore. They've all just kind of blended in together. And some silver glitter this time, and mix you up. I have to admit, I do like adding glitter to this candle wax. It's just, there's something really satisfying about it. So for this one, I want to tip it this side now, and then I want the silver to go along here, if that makes sense. Now I just need to keep this to one side. I think I've put too much in there. So I'm going to leave that like this. This one, I know for a fact, is going to be the worst one out of all the candles I'm making today. It's not going to look good. I don't know why I'm even going to finish it for. So for this gel candle design, I thought I would go for a winter theme. And it's very similar, well, it's exactly the same process as the floral candle that we did. And I'm just going to add cinnamon to this wax. Oh, that's strong. It's very strong. So then I've got some cinnamon sticks, some dried orange slices, and I don't know what these are called. Are they called Star of Anise? I'm not sure, but it's like a winter thing, isn't it? I'm gonna shove these in. This one will be less fiddly and less scary than the garden one, definitely. So these things are a lot more chunky. Can't fit a lot of oranges in here. I think I'm just gonna go for 2. You don't want too much happening. It's coming from me. I can squeeze one more cinnamon stick in. Go on, you can get in. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Candle wax time. Oh, I think that one will look really good. There's a lot going on inside of it, but I think it's going to look really nice. Okay, it's green layer time for the rainbow candle now. I think I'll flavour it with eucalyptus, because that'll blend in nicely with whatever else is in this candle. Ah, it's so strong. I shouldn't have put eucalyptus in. This green is neon. It is crazy. And in you go. How many more colours have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 3 more to go in. I can add a little bit more. Oh, it's looking so good. It's looking so good. It almost doesn't look like wax, it kind of looks like sand. Right, it's time for my yellow layer. And then I've only got 2 more colours to go. It's going to be worth it though. And I'll scent this one with some lemon. Now it's time for the final layer of the Art Deco candle. Or the Art Deco inspired candle. And for this I'm just going to add some, I think this is black unless I'm blind. Yeah. And then some more fragrance. And give it a mix. It's not really making any sense. It looked fantastic in my head, but in reality, it's just a different story. And I'm not doing this one on an angle or anything like that. I just want to pour it directly in. It might not look Art Deco, but it might look good. It's almost looking like what was in my head. I'll be interested to see what that looks like once it's set. I think I'll be interested. So for this candle design, I've already pre-made just a generic plain candle, and I think I scented it with orange. I think so. It doesn't smell of anything. All I can smell is cinnamon. And then I've got some more candle wax melted here, and I'm just gonna colour this black. I'll put some tea tree oil in as well, why not? And just mix this up. Oh my god, that tea tree is so strong. Oof. I have burnt myself so many times, I'm going to have so many blisters. Right, that's fully mixed up. So for this candle, all I want to do is jam some holes right down it. Hopefully it's going to work. I don't know whether this is going to work. I think I'm just ruining a candle. We'll go 4. And then I want to suck some of this wax out with this and hopefully inject it into them holes. This was a lot more straightforward in my mind. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Right, I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. Ah! No, it's not gonna work. No. See, you can kind of see what I tried to do there, but I don't think a pencil was the right idea for it. In fact, what I might do, hang on, I'll pour this straight on, and then what happens if I just go straight down? I'm just making it worse, but I can't stop myself. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. This might turn into something, but it's probably not gonna turn. turn into anything good. The wax might drip all the way through. I think I'm just gonna leave it how it is and we'll just see what it looks like at the end. Right, time for the 6th layer of the rainbow candle, and that'll be orange. And we'll go for some sweet orange. Yeah, I have to admit my layers are definitely not the same. I think I started off too thick at the bottom and they're gradually just getting thinner, but that's okay, I don't mind it. Okay, it's time for the final layer of my rainbow candle, and obviously it's going to be red. And I'll go for frankincense, why not? And on top it goes. I'm so proud of myself. I can't wait to see what that looks like once it's dry. So I've got all those candles to one side just setting and doing its own thing. And I've actually been pouring the excess wax from this jug into this jug just so it doesn't clog up the sink or anything. And it's looking quite interesting. So I thought what I would do is melt all of this down and make my own little Franken candle, clearly inspired by Sophia. I need to transfer this into here. I wonder what it's gonna look like. Right, so we've got like every color in there. We've got pinks, greens, blacks, oranges, reds, glitter stuff, all sorts. So I'm gonna melt this up. I'm gonna make a little random candle from it, but I'm gonna leave a poll in this top corner with some color options, and you can vote on what you think this color is gonna turn out like. And if you're right, then you win a point for a game that we're not playing. Well, it's been a couple of hours and my candles are finally finished setting. The thing is, I find candle making really fun to do, but if you've got limited resources, it's just very time consuming. But gel candles, I have all the time in the world for. So first up we have our little garden candle, and I think it's turned out really good. I was worried that the flowers were all going to float to the top and stuff, and they have a little bit, but it's pretty much maintained what it was like when I first started. I will say that it's gone a little bit green, the actual wax itself, mainly because of the plants probably. But other than that, I think it's just so cool. It's like having a little mini garden in a candle. Next up we have our winter cinnamon orange one, and this one hasn't changed the colour of the wax at all, and I think it's turned out pretty good. The only issue I'm having is, for some reason, this is the only one where it's happened, I've got like a crazy amount of bubbles on the top, and apparently if you put it in the oven once you've made it, like just made it, then it can knock the bubbles out, but I didn't think that far ahead. But I'm still not mad at it, I still quite like it, and it smells so strong of cinnamon. And then we have my attempt at an Art Deco inspired jelly candle, and it definitely didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It was supposed to be quite geometric, but saying that, I do quite like how there's just kind of big blobs of glitter suspended in this candle, and I do quite like the silver, gold and black colour theme. So although it wasn't what I was expecting it to look like, I still don't mind it. It's not too bad at all. Another one of my favourites by far is the rainbow candle. I think this has turned out so good. It just looks so nice. I'm really pleased with myself, and surprisingly I think it looks quite professional. It doesn't look kind of homemade or anything like that. Like if you saw this in a store, you would think of like a real person who knew what they were doing made it. And the next one was my attempt at, I'm not even sure what I was attempting with this one, but I was attempting something and it didn't happen. But saying that, even knowing it is a mistake, it is actually quite interesting when you look at it. It almost looks like it's got little tornadoes or whirlpools or something inside. I think if I'd done it blue, it would have looked like intentional. I'm not mad at this one either, you know. And the final one is the mystery candle. Hopefully it answered the poll fairly. We do not appreciate cheaters on this channel. But if you said that the candle was going to turn out brown and glittery, you would actually be wrong. Because it in fact turned a very, very dark green with specks of glitter inside. You probably can't see that it is green on camera because it is like a really deep green, almost virgin on black. So I think if you voted for black with glitter or green with glitter, I will still give you it. And it smells like cinnamon and tea tree. They're the only two things I'm getting from it. It's quite strong. But that does it for today's video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below which one of the candles was your favourite. And if you want to see me make any other crafts or DIY projects or anything like that on the channel, then leave your suggestions in the comments below. And I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!